pretty close to the same, but there's little tiny differences in between.
Yeah, but my brother ain't finna lie to you.
Right. No, I understand. I understand.
And you gotta remember one thing here. This shit that though.
No, cuz, I won't take any pictures, man. I'm tired. I'm hurting right now.
Yeah, I
I
understand.
didn't expect you to be coming up here.
Yeah, no, it's kind of surprised. I forgot my camera yesterday.
We pretty much, my brother's a very humble man. He don't have no criminal record, he don't bother nobody, and pretty much he all the way victim in the situation. Okay, this guy was out of line.
I understand. And that's why he's the one that was arrested.
I hope you do
I
understand.
need to go more.
But he already out already.
Yeah, he got bonded out.
Yeah, on a low bitty bond like that. What's a $40,000 bond? That's petty.
I have no say over that. That's the prosecutors and the judges
Yeah,
that
but at
do
the
that.
same time, y'all can put
Yeah.
something in to let you know that he's a threat to society as well by being out here. Look at the damage he did to my brother. My brother will never be the same no more.
I understand. Yeah, I know some of the bullets can't be taken out.
Yeah.
The one in the neck and the one in the torso.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's see right here.
How would you feel if someone did this to one of your family members?
I would be very, very upset.
Okay, would you settle for them just being on a little $40,000 bond?
I wouldn't be happy with that. No, but again, that's the judges and the district attorneys.
How fair do you think that is for them to be on that point? If it was us and it was on the other side or something like that, and it would have been a situation where it would have been a person of color that would have did the same incident to him, they would be on a higher bond. Or if it's vice versa, if my
Well,
brother would
they're looking at a lot of different things. They're looking at prior criminal record,
he don't have no criminal record.
his likelihood that he might not show up to court. They're looking at a lot of different things.
He don't have no criminal record.
Not his.
No,
I'm
what
talking
I'm
about
saying
the guy that we arrested.
This is what I'm saying.
Right.
He did this to a loyal citizen without a criminal record. My brother do not have no criminal record.
They're not looking at his. They're looking at the guy that we arrested.
I understand.
And they're setting his
what
bond
you're
based on
saying.
his
Every
criminal
time
record.
you said this, I understand that. But what I'm telling you is, he did it to a man that don't have a criminal record. They
Okay.
let you know my brother don't get into no kind of drama with anyone.
Right, no, I understand. I understand.
Okay. So I hope your investigation, what you're doing, is proper, and you take
That's
all
why I'm
necessary
taking
steps
pictures.
to make sure
Yeah.
that this man get punished for what he did to my brother.
Right. Well, I'm just doing the investigation, figuring out who did it, figuring out exactly what happened in that.
You just make
case
sure
to
your
the district attorney's
investigation is
office.
straight and stuff. Because the question you asked me trying to get me caught up in shit, and I told you it seemed like you working against me and shit, and I'm the victim here. But I know you got to do your job.
Yeah.
You just do your job correctly.
I'm doing as
All
best
right.
as I can.
Okay.
We-
Without prejudice.
Yeah.
You
Absolutely.
do your job
So
correctly.
we don't want this spent the other way. And dude
Yeah, no, I
get out,
understand.
and dude get out from some little like 5-10 year sentence or something like that.
Right.
That ain't gonna sit well with nobody,
Right.
you
Right.
know. Cause if it was the other way, and my brother would have did that to him, my brother wouldn't be on no $40,000 bond, even with his little clean record.
Oh, that's
So
not
man,
for
can
me
you
to
take
decide.
these
That's
pictures? Because I'm
judges.
tired of being.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm
You
done.
take this here on my stomach?
Yeah, I
Like
got
the
that one.
steak?
You want me to take another one?
No, I don't know if you took it. You
Yeah,
took
yeah,
it.
no, I took that. Yeah. Do y'all have any other questions for me?
No,
Is there anything else I can help you out with?
No, just do your job.
Okay, I'm doing it. All right.
Make sure the judge and them do their part. They got a part to play in this as well.
Now he the lead
Right. Well, I
detective,
can't.
so he need to
That's-
make
that's
sure
the
he do
prosecutor.
his job right without prejudice. Goddamn, you make sure you do your job. You know what I mean?
Cause it seemed like this was a hate crime. If you put that into clarification.
How would it be a hate crime?
Cause first thing first, dude had some kind of animosity up on his chest with his day, how his day must have been going. And he took his whole day out on my brother. It would have been different if he would have just shot maybe 1, 2, 3 bullets or something like that. He emptied the whole clip into someone's vehicle. Would that be the same if he would have shot another Caucasian or another European person? Would it be the same? He would have got a
I
$40,000
can't.
bond. You can't
I'm not the
express
judge.
that.
I'm not the judge. I
I
can't
know,
say
but
that.
what I'm saying, it wouldn't be the same. Cause it's not a fair situation here. And we don't want this to be set off like, dude just get off the table on this right here. Like my brother played some kind of particular part in this situation, like he did some harm towards dude to make him react in that kind of manner. My brother didn't do nothing to make him react in that kind of manner, where you gonna just randomly shoot at somebody. But if you have a weapon upon you, you have control You have power to do harm to others. That's why only certain people are allowed to have weapons. If you're allowed to have it. Some people don't need them because they temper problems. They go fill them paperwork out like they don't have temper problems, stuff like that. But deep down inside, you got a problem. Everybody shouldn't have weapons of mass destruction.
Well, if you don't like the way the prosecutors are handling it, you can call the district attorney's office and just
I be
say,
on top of all that.
oh, you called them already?
I be on top of all that.
Okay, cool.
But my
cool.
brother told me about you yesterday. So I was waiting around to see if he's gonna pop back up. And surprise me, he did pop back up.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to see you here.
Yeah, good to see you too.
Yeah.
What's your,
Don't try
are you Eddie?
Thank you. You know
Yeah.
my name.
Yeah, no, I know your name. I
Yeah.
know your name.
I don't be trying to railroad my little brother like my brother.
I'm not trying to railroad anybody. I'm just trying to figure out what happened. Everybody's saying the same story, but with
It's only
minor
two
differences
stories.
here and there.
It's only two stories. Two stories you need to hear, plus that lady that was sitting in that car. And that camera that in the other car behind that lady, you're gonna catch everything. So you're gonna see the incident. You know he made a big mistake there because my brother was leaving the situation. And he made a cowardly move by shooting at him from behind.
Cause if I posed that much a threat to him, when I was side by side, his window rolled down, my window rolled, he could have shot me then. I didn't pose no threat. He waited till I left. All my shots came from my back window and shot me in the back. So he waited till I left.
That's why I'm taking pictures of that.
Good deal. Like I said, just do your job, man.
I'm doing my
I know
job.
you gotta do your job, but do your job correctly.
I'm doing it
Without
correctly.
prejudice. That's the Constitution you held up when you took that job and you shaking your head like, yeah, whatever, but that's your
I'm
job.
not
That's the
shaking it like that.
Constitution that you took when you took your job to do
I
it without
understand.
prejudice. So that's all I'm saying. Just do your job, man.
Well, if I didn't care, I wouldn't be down here taking
I understand that.
pictures.
That's your job to come down here and take these pictures. That's your
That's-
part of your job.
'Cause it-
Whether
see-
you care or not, that's still your job. So
See.
if you don't care, you still got to come down and take those pictures and do investigation. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying you don't care about your job. You just do your job
Okay.
correctly.
I'm doing my job.
I'm gonna say a few more things and let you go about your day.
Yeah, not a problem.
We grew up in a town where Clan rolled through our town constantly. You can look this up where we're from. We're from Hempstead.
Hempstead?
They had Klan rallies out there regularly.
Okay.
So we know how the local laws and stuff acted out there with us and everything. Out here, I interacted how they acted because I did a couple cases out here with them and seeing how they maneuver and stuff like that, how they fabricate stories and stuff like that.
Who fabricates?
So dealing with CPS case, they fabricated some story. Dealing with Officer Luis Gonzalez over at Precinct 5.
Oh.
Incident happened June 24, 2014. I got into it. My first case they ever had out here in Harris County. Had a clean record, didn't have no kind of record behind me, period. Now I've been arrested and stuff, but I ain't never had a record. He came that day and he know he lied. He know he lied. I went back and told him you're a coward because you lied to them people during that trial. You committed perjury up in there. You lied to them people and you know you were lying. I don't have no reason to lie to nobody because I'm not scared of nobody. So why I'm finna lie to you? He's a coward. I'll tell that to a grand jury in the federal court. He's a coward and you know you're a coward because you lied that day. And then during that, you injured me that day. And during that, either you stole from me or the people at that apartment complex stole from me. But that wasn't the biggest thing. The biggest thing was you didn't have no warrant to search my house that day. You should have never been in there. You didn't have no warrant to search that car that day. He should have never been up in there. But like you say, the judge just allowed all that to slide by and still prosecuted and took my little kid. So me personally, I don't have no problem with people that do their job properly. You like a man that you'll, do the best to do your job properly.
Yeah.
But don't try to trick people into trying to
I'm not
turn
trying to
around
trick
like
anybody.
that. And my brother's gonna tell
I'm
you
sorry
exactly
you felt
what
that
happened.
way, but I'm not trying
Yeah.
to trick anybody.
But it just, look where he at. The position he's put in with people not being straightforward with him. He gonna feel like the guy just finna slide on the situation. It literally turned his whole lifestyle around.
Plus, this dude stay like 5 miles away from my house. You know where he stay at. He gotta stay like 5 miles away from me. So now I gotta be around out in the public with him out with the feel of
How
my
do you
life.
know? How do you
Don't
know
worry
who
about all
lives?
that. Don't worry about all of that. Don't worry about all that. He stayed
know-
close to me.
you
So
know
now I gotta
everything
ride
already.
around. You know what I mean? And he know my face, I know his, with the fear that somebody might try to finish the job.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you see him again out in public and you're threatened by him, you can call police and we'll come out there. Is there anything else I can help you with?
No, that's it.
All right. Yeah, no problem. If you do hear anything else, you can always call me at my office number, okay?
I tried to call you a couple times. This your number right here?
Yeah,
Straight to-
8809?
Yeah, straight to voicemail. I called you yesterday too.
Mmm.
And he called you today, and he was straight to voicemail.
Straight to
I had
Did
your
you
number,
leave- did
I
you
had
leave
your
a
number
message?
since yesterday. Before you even showed up here. I tried to get in touch with you. But I already got an attorney for all this right here.
Mhm.
I've been on top of this since the first day.
Yeah, no, I understand. That's good. That's good. My phone, I didn't hear my phone ring today. If you want, you feel free to leave a message and I'll call you back as soon as I can. If you can't reach me at that number, there is another number that you can call. You want me to write it down for you?
Yeah.
It's the exact same number,
I'm pretty much
except
about my business. You know when I've been about my business? Since Gary Wu told me something. You know what he told me? Lack of law is no excuse. He
The what?
told me that. The lack of law is no excuse. You should know the law. So I have no reason to not know what the law is.
oh, you mean ignorance of the law is not an
Yeah, he
excuse?
said lack of law. Because I lacked one thing. I didn't know the law that day. That's what I should have known that day.
About with the constable?
About what they constable.
Okay.
I should have known that the lack of my law them days what got me into that situation.
Okay.
See what I mean? I know the
Yeah.
ignorant law is no excuse. But the lack, that's the only thing he needs to mention. He told me just like he said it. But he said my lack of law was my excuse that day. So now I study and read into law every day.
Oh, good. That's awesome.
So I step on
Yeah.
the Texas Penal Code and everything, how things supposed to go around here.
Yeah.
So I hope it don't be like a racial thing going around here. They try to get him off on some kind of racist stuff. That won't be real nice.
I don't even know who the judge is. That's up to the
I know
judge
the
and the
judge is and
prosecution.
everything. I got all the documents and everything.
Yeah.
So I'm on top of it 100%
Okay.
now.
Good. The DA's office should be contacting y'all
Mhm.
within a few weeks or so.
I hope
But,
they do right by this.
Yeah, no, they will. We'll get it all squared away. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Y'all take
You
care.
have a good one.
No, you too.